All right, everybody, I want to show you this really cool pathway that a friend of mine built. He's an older gentleman, spent a lot of years building this sort of botanical garden for himself. It's in a secret location, I can't really tell you where. There's actually some really beautiful plants here. Big giant Charisia tree. Look at all the thorns on it. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Whole bunch of lantana ground cover everywhere. Just completely happy. Even in the shade, look at that. Full shade lantana. Who would have thought that lantana would thrive in full shade? Of course, in full sun, it gets more flowers. It's more floriferous. And I'll kind of walk you through this little botanical garden he made. The gravel pathway here. Got yourself a big old Bucharnia recurvata right there. And look at these. These are hybrid Brahea edulis, hybridized with what looks to be Brandegii. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It has all the telltale signs. Let's go examine a frond over here. Some of the birds. I don't know the name of this succulent here. This is a really cool succulent, guys. Maybe somebody can let us know what that one is. It's beautiful. Look, see? The foliage looks a lot like Brahea Brandegii, but just a little thicker, and not as thick as the Guadalupe fanfarn. So I keep waiting for these seeds to ripen. Then he keeps cutting them off. I keep reminding him I want some seed. But look how pretty that is. But back to the point that I wanted to show you, here's Case Alpinia. You guys know Case Alpinia? This is, I believe, Pride of Barbados. There it is right there with its beautiful blue flowers. I think it's called something like Bird of Paradise. Let's just walk up and get a close-up of that flower. So you can see why they call it the Bird of Paradise. Here it is. There it is. It looks a little bit like a bird. Right? The red. Of course, lighting's not ideal. It's not often the lighting's ideal. But anyway, this naturalizes in some places because of the seeds. And I see it's naturalizing here. It's really drought tolerant, but it makes a really beautiful ferny leaf. Here's the leaf on the actual plant. And here's a naturalizing plant there, some over there, and there's some even growing up in the middle of this succulent that we don't know the name of. Right there. And look at the beautiful reflection off of this spider web. You see that? I can see it. All right, but back to the point of the video. Look at this walkway. This is super cool. You would think that that was flagstone, right? Well, you would be absolutely wrong in your assessment. What is it that we're looking at? All we are looking at is broken concrete that people throw at every single day. 3.5 inches thick concrete, and just the whole, when you have a nice clean edge, you line up your edges all the way up. Now what's cool about this too is it acts as a drainage channel, because he has made the middle lower. See this? Throughout the whole thing. So all the water that comes down here, instead of flooding his lower area, well, I guess it might flood down here because it has to get all the way down here. But instead of flooding places where he doesn't want it, he channels the water where he does want it. And I'm not sure of the bed preparation for this. You can see there's some cracking. It's no big deal though, because it's all natural. When I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is cool flagstone. It's not the most colorful flagstone, but it's cool. And I was like, wait a minute, this is broken recycled concrete. That's when I was like, I need to make a video. So it winds up around the corner with more lantana. And then we have this really nice hedge here of podocarpus. It's kind of an interesting effect. You walk through. It's big enough for a golf cart, small tractor. It's probably about 5 feet wide. And so then, you know, the pathway starts over there, comes down, constantly drops in grade, and it's constantly dropping here where I am. And then where this little lizard is, who's sure to run away as soon as I get close to him, it all ends right here with an inlet for the drain. So what a great way to drain a hillside to where you want it so it doesn't erode everything, is through this kind of a, you could do this out of flagstone. It costs a fortune. Of course, it probably costs a lot just to do this, even if the free material, because the labor's so much. But you probably just compact the earth, get the grade right, you know, for the channel, and then just lay the concrete down and just brush in mortar in between, and you're pretty much done. The cool part is, because the concrete is facing this way on the edge of the slope, that means it's less likely to kick out because it's on the edge of the slope. It's always wanting to lean in and hold itself there better, even if it does break like it did here. Now, if this were tilted the other way, it would have a propensity to break off and keep moving down the hill. But because it was so cambered to the inward side of the slope, it's going to hold it there for a much longer period of time. And yeah, so that's kind of the beautiful little thing I wanted to show you at the moment. Here's the pathway. Here's the long view. And here is the Caesalpinia Gillespii, I think. There's two of them. There's Caesalpinia Poultryama, which is the red one. This is the yellow one. I think it's yellow pride of Barbados, but it's pride of something. Have a great day.